Hello, hello, and welcome back to my playthrough of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. It has been at least 2 hours at this point, but I trimmed down so much. Like, all of the items, all of the equipment, moved some things around. I actually don't need this anymore, but I kind of got rid of everything else. Give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry. I did everything. I don't have a particularly good thing to replace this with, but that's basically it. I even went through and leveled up everyone, and even went by and ticked off and sort of planned out at least some abilities to get. Couldn't really think of much that would work for him, but like, you know, if I ever want to use, or if I ever need to use, excuse me, Argenta again, I now know what I'm likely to get. I didn't even see this. But yeah, that's basically Vincent Gaprick. Who are you? But yeah, so we're going to check out the colonies, because it has been a minute. Can't make anything yet for any of them, really. I have a feeling that this is going to change. Why exactly do void beacons? Okay. So the only thing, Lord Captain's decision. Yeah. So the only thing left is, or in terms of stats that these things still need, is just some security, and then they're golden. But yeah, it should be crazy. I still only have so much scrap. I also went through, and with all the shopping, I found something dumber. I found a better heavy rock saw with a lot more armor penetration. Like, technically the damage cap is lower, but it's lower by 1 and has 4 attacks. I mean, I don't even know. Like, yeah, I can't hit multiple people with it, which is not great, but like, come on. And like, apparently, it doesn't even have the blurb about like each thing that either hit or a miss, which is just kind of, oh boy, it's just kind of lovely. But we're gonna go around real quick and talk to people.
You are spoiling me with the splendor of your presence again, Shireen. Have you decided to treat your soul to... Oh,
Nope, don't need Abel. No, Abel. Let's see if there's any new dialogue to unlock. Doesn't look like it. Haven't spoken to Cabell in a while.
Take heed, Nemo.
Nope. Juliet, do you have anything to say about your punishment?
The Dark City released us from its thorny embrace. The wounds of the body will heal. But what about the wounds of the soul? Cruderach fell, and its demise shattered the fragile lives of countless children of Assyrian. Scattered across this part of the galaxy, hounded by the monkey, pursued by the Dark Cousins, imprisoned by the servants of She Who Thirsts. Hatred is strangling me like a snake, and fear is coursing through my body like a burning poison. For the path I chose is leading me down the roads of failure. I can neither hold back my grief nor rein in my anger. And yet, I am powerless to stray from my path.
She sounds heartbroken. Good acting.
Pay no heed to my fleeting wrath, Elantark. When the will slips away, the soul trembles with rampant emotions. But I will resign my heart to meekness, for there is no other way a marked outcast can help their fellow Eldari wandering in the dark.
I have a feeling that asking her if she's okay after Comorragh is dumb, but it is not a dialogue choice.
I found myself in the Dark City after following the twisted roads of truth and lies. And although the truth blossomed like an ugly bud and scratched my soul with its thorns, I did find the answers to my questions. Those who come back from the dark of the webway will never be the same. But it is we who change while the surrounding world remains imminent. This thought gives me strength.
Comorragh suffered an unenviable fate. I am sorry your rogue is lost.
I have no need for your sympathy, Elantark. Besides, neither Monkey nor my dark kin found the decaying remnants of Comorragh. Perhaps all is not lost. Perhaps we may yet bring back what has been taken.
What will happen to the seer now?
Clendil chose to stay on the Lilithon together with Muaran and the rest of our kinsmen. Perhaps it is for the best. The stars in this part of the galaxy are hostile to the children of Asuryan.
So where do the path of the outcast lead you now?
On the trail of a monkey called Caligos Winterscale. Even a worm may harm a wounded tiger by bringing infection into an open wound. And the wounds of my people have been bleeding ever since Comorragh's demise. The spirits of my kin need a poultice, a hope, not the executioner's sword already poised to fall.
I'd like to ask some other questions.
You may try.
I have been mulling over our conversation, but I can understand why you do not like people. But I think there is something else, something I cannot understand.
What do I see? Your words ring with the desire to know the soul of another. But will you be able to comprehend my answer?
Stop being racist for like 6 seconds.
You and I, Elantark, look at this world in very different ways. And I see many more facets and deeper meanings and brighter colors in it. But to capture the full truth of this world in the miserly language familiar to your ears will take time. I will come to you with an answer later.
Foot follows the buzz with rumors about Xenos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be your kin from Comorragh? A stupid, slightly racist question.
Is that snake venom seeping from your lips? We, the children of Asuryan, are no strangers to the art of war. We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by calamity, its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector. If you are looking for enemies, look for them elsewhere.
Tell me again what happened to your craft world. I feel like this is like a recap thing, but...
The memory of monkey is just as fleeting as your span of life. Your predecessor infused Comorragh with corruption too strong even for the ancestors of the Infinity Circuit to repel. And while the dying world thrashed in its agony, the Dark Cousins captured the fleeing children of Asuryan, looking for seers to fuel the Homunculus's insane experiment.
What is an Infinity Circuit?
Elantark? What do you wish to talk about?
Wait. That just ended the whole dang thing.
The children of Asuryan sought shelter on the Lilithon after the demise of our craft world, our Comorragh. I arrived later, looking for traces of
Tell me
my
about
kin.
yourself.
I followed my path. Do you know what a path is to the The first path I walked was the path of awakening. It granted me the ability not merely to look, but to see, and to take notice of what I saw. My second path could have been that of a warrior, but I chose differently. For the ability to see called me beyond the boundaries of my homeworld. Though not everyone was pleased by this decision, I stepped onto the path of the outcast. I gained the freedom to choose, to question, to doubt where the others merely bow before the wisdom of a farseer who dictates the will of destiny. And I will follow my path until I reach its pinnacle.
What is it like for you being on my ship?
It feels like I am in the belly of a bird with steel wings. Cold and unliving, but stubbornly blazing through the dark. It lacks life with its light and beauty, but although your vessel cannot even remotely be compared to a craft world, I feel strangely satisfied. We, the Assyriani, are born and dwell on craft worlds. To find myself on a moving world again, even one such as yours, is a source of much joy.
Okay, thank you for your answers.
The words of truth sound like music. This is what our people say.
Tell me about your kin and your homeworld.
I refuse to discuss this with a monkey. We are but traveling companions who happen to be following the same road among the stars. Do not even try to get under my skin. It will not work.
Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and your kin? Wow. Did I piss her off by asking that question? Hang on. Let's just load this real quick to see if that changed. Because, like, especially with that other conversation ending real quick. Although I guess whipping her is not necessarily good for her.
Dark city. Hatred is strangling me like... I found myself in... I have no need... Clen... On the... You may try. What do I... You and I, Elantak, look at this... I refuse to discuss this with... The Lilithon is purifying herself of the corruption brought by the servants of Cylon Thrash. Gardens and birds, animals and people.
Okay, so she just doesn't like us.
Forever, and even more are corrupted beyond healing. My kin are probably still looking for a means to enter the webway. May the Lilithon spirit aid them in this endeavor. Beyond the gate lies salvation. And perhaps even knowledge about the fate of Crudarach and the remaining survivors. What do you wish to talk about?
Wait, hang on.
The words of truth sound...
Why did you agree to join me?
The outcasts my path led me to had a say.
I think she reset somewhere along the way. Or maybe that dialogue didn't update? Okay. Like, I guess? Have you discovered anything more about the door from behind your visions?
No, Lord Captain. Not a thing. And I'm wondering...
You were in a servitor's body at my Magna Excessio Nomos. So how is it that you were once again in a cogitator? Thought you give him a ship for now. So you really are the spirit of the ships. Bodies are not merely shells, you know. Good enough for us. You read the databank that recovered from Theodora's cache, and then you said the incident marked the beginning of the Nomos. What do you mean by that? Yes. Okay. What have you been doing, Nomos? Fair enough. Your cast, I met your cousin, Macarius. I put him in his place, so it was enjoyable. Okay. Abelard.
Lord Captain. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain.
Yep.
As you, Lord Captain.
Nothing. Voxmaster. Anything interesting? Pirate Vox has to report intercepted recently. We've got multitude of scout ships tirelessly exploring the expanse, searching for new resource deposits. Soto's tomb system. And the Cinerus Maleficum. Cassia. What have you got, Cassia?
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversation. I have...
Montag. Yes. Tell, after all, you don't look like a bringer of woes to me. What was that about a bringer of woes? The moment you came aboard, Lady Theodore perished, and so did Archmilitant, and half the senior staff, and Furnace Guild, and everyone died. What if I were to put a curse on you this very instant? I mean, he was born here. That's how he came to be here. Remind me who you are. He's in charge of the Furnace Guild. That's right. Picture flames roaring all the ships. Yep, yep. What kind of emergencies does the Furnace Guild deal with? Accidents due to external factors. He's a firefighter. That's fine. Why are you labeling a bridge? Because nothing's on fire, obviously. Tell me more about the Infernus Guild. How is the guild organized? Different brigades. It's the fire department. State of the art equipment. That sounds interesting. What traditions do you have? Commanders. Get a tattoo on your scar. You can always tell an experience in furnace by the ink. Tell me how you got your reminders. Plasma line leaks into an outer aft circuit. This one, ammo department where my wife Elsinore died. There was a fire and the flames were getting close to ammunition. Macro cannon shells, Jesus. Elsie took my hand, kissed me, then ran straight into the blaze and activated the merchant blast door. I'm sorry for your loss, Heinrich. I've learned all I needed. That's enough. Hey, Ulfar, don't you have, like...
Broke free the bow from captor's grasping. Dark city's feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty and the yet fatter cunning. I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
What are you planning to do with your newly acquired freedom?
Find my pack. As we speak, they are likely performing some bloody service for Calcazar. For that reason, I want to have a word with the Inquisitor.
Why do you call me Eighvather?
This is the name given on Fenris to a pack father, a commander or captain. An Edfather answers to a Jarl, the commander of a great company. Since you are the one who commands your crew, and I follow you at present, I am granting you the honored title of Et Fater.
I'm not going to give my command over to a random space wolf, so thank you for the honor.
Be worthy of it, and see that you do not disgrace this glorious rank.
Why do you eat your enemies?
Why do you think?
The Omophagia is clearly involved here. The genetic gift granted is her organ linked to brain and stomach and restoration allowing him to absorb information from the genetic code of any flesh he deserves. It has to do with the Omophagia, yes?
You are very well informed. Far more than a common mortal ought to be.
Sorry, not sorry.
It is true that I have gorged on the flesh of my enemies to reap the secrets from the steaming flavor of their meat.
Yeah.
I have slain many Xenos and feasted on their flesh. My captors have watched me do it and taken glee in it, while I have been gathering information and planning my escape.
Tell me about your brothers, the Space Wolves.
Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions. But you, I shall allow it. What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris?
Who are the Space Wolves?
Vilka Fenrica. That is our name in the old tongue of our world. We are the fiercest of the All-Father's warriors. His executioners. His retribution. Our fearless Wolf King is Laman Russ, son of the All-Father. Our world is Fenris, and our home the Fang, which rises from the world's spine into orbit. We are the thunder in the bloody storm of battle that calls to us. That is who we are.
Glory to the Wolves of Fenris.
But there is more to our spirit than grim destruction alone. In the Hall of Heroes, we hold feasts the likes of which you will see nowhere else. To thundering laughter, we raise our horns, tell our sagas, and honor our glorious fallen. Though the body of an Astartes is built to be immune to the effects of drink, we invented a way around this taboo. The mead we brew can overcome even our blood. It makes us drunk, and makes our feasts jovial occasions. Mead. You can brew it nowhere else but on good old Fenris. No other world is home to such poisonous plants. Fenris is home. A harsh land of harsh winters and harsh people. When comes the Hellwinter, a fearsome season of frosts, the merciless world sea freezes, and great white bears, snow wyrms, and ice trolls go on the hunt. Then, the murderous frost retreats, and boats of harpooners sail out to ply their craft, capturing sea snakes and krakens. And then comes the season of fire. Volcanoes awaken. Waves wash over whole islands, and only the land of Asaheim offers salvation to those whose blood and grit win them the right to live upon it. Clan fights clan. Crows circle over battlefields, and wolf howls rise up to the sky. That is my beloved home. There is no place in the universe like it. Tell me, Et Fater, what is the most fearsome foe on Fenris? An answer carried on the wings of the Raven of Wisdom. We know much of the terror of betrayal. Know now the name of the most terrible of all traitors. The curse of the Wolfen is the most fearsome and most terrible foe on Fenris. In the heart of every brother, there lives a dark beast, bloody and forever ravenous. He hungers to kill, not for glory or duty, or his battle brothers, but solely for the sake of killing. For he who falls to that dark beast, there is no joy or thrill in slaughter. There is but dull rancor. Fenrir, and our gene seed is unique. Lehman Ross blessed us with the Canis Helix, a genetic gift that heightens our senses, making them sharper than those of brothers from other chapters. The Canis Helix kindles a bloodthirst in our hearts and changes our appearance to resemble the lethal wolves of Fenris. The wolves do not take orders from outsiders. We keep the old ways, not the Codex Astartes. We fight in packs, and we are trained and healed by our wise rune and wolf priests. We do not find honor in adorning ourselves in laurels, but instead etch the full names of our fallen kin as a promise of vengeance, and draw strength from that promise. We believe in the great wolves, in the deadly Blackbane and fierce Drakan the Thunderwolf, in the redoubtable Hagar the Mountain Wolf, and in the Bloodied Hunter. In the wolf that stalks between stars, who follows us wherever we may go. And in the uncanny two-headed Mordkai, guard of the realm of the dead. Of the great wolves, some show us their favor. Others are more malign. But each teaches us a lesson. For that, we praise and honor them.
Ulfar, you talk far too slowly. Does that mean you do not believe in the immortal Emperor of humanity as a god?
The All-Father is not a god. He is the best of all humans. Our perfect forebear. His blood flowed through the veins of Lehman Ross, and Ross's blood flows in me. Does that make me a god? My respect for him has no end, and I am ready to die for him. But what place does faith have here? Is
Good question.
The All-Father like the massive iron wolf, whose every tuft of fur forms a mountain on the surface of Fenris? Or is he as enormous as the Sun Wolf, which rises to hunt every morning and fills our world with light? The All-Father is not a god, but the highest of humanity. Ordinary humans struggle to grasp this. But we, his warriors and offspring, remember the truth.
I mean, he's not wrong. I also believe the Emperor is not a man and not a god.
It makes his deeds all the more glorious. Battling gods is child's play when you yourself are a god. But if you are a man... now, that is the stuff that sagas are made of.
What else do your wise priests do?
Lacan the Ruined Wolf once shared the mysteries of the healing potions and the secrets of magic sagas. He taught them to see the past and future in throne runes, to call down storms, and to carve carve powerful talismans.
Okay. Dang. You spoke... Wait. Yeah. You spoke a full name that give you strength. What is your name in that case?
Ulfar Redmane.
Redhead, really?
That is what my brothers call me.
Dang. Perception failed. Lore warp failed. Lore... all the failures.
Do you? And there I was, about to round off my story with a short 400-verse saga about the gifts of Lacan the Ruined Wolf.
My curiosity has been
Should
satisfied.
what I told you reach other ears, I shall take your tongue.
I mean, I know how he ended up here.
What do you want to know? What brought the space wolves to the expanse?
Nothing yet, actually.
Fen
I'm kind of anxious to get started. And you're new.
Lord Captain, your presence is welcome. And I wish to apologize for my prior coldness. After our first meeting, I was concerned that you would turn out to be another faithless offshoot of the von Valancius dynasty, like the traitor Conrad. But now I see before me a worthy leader and servant of the Imperium. I am glad to accompany you in your endeavors.
Are you ready to tell me about yourself then?
If such is the rogue trader's wish, although there isn't much I can tell, I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant.
Fair enough.
It is my pleasure to be candid.
I'd like to discuss the Salus Prime and a relic that you want to find.
Of course, my mission is all I can think about.
So what is this one star?
If I only knew. Neither the hagiography nor the legends give a straight answer. Classical iconographers believed that the star turned into a banner woven from silver thread, which, when brought onto the battlefield, would shed light that blinded only heretics, but did no harm to the faithful. Most of them portrayed Saint Argenta as a girl carrying this banner. Others think that upon falling from the sky, the one star became a holy chainsword, which Argenta later used to strike down monsters and enemies of the Imperium. In some of the earlier engravings, Argenta is depicted wearing power armor with a silver star on her chest. One theological theory suggests that this armor was, in fact, the relic. Some even think that the one star is actually the ship on which Argenta traveled.
So we have no idea at all what this thing is. It's either a banner, or a ship, or a gun, or... Yeah, this is going to be great.
I feel that my undertaking will be fulfilled when I find the answer that has eluded the ecclesiarchy for millennia. One day we will...
Yeah. That's about as crazy as I would expect, frankly. Now we have all these things to do. Contracts. Came across plan of execution machines. So many freaking rumors. Okay, let's just see where we are and get started, shall we? I want to say back into the swing of things. A brave merchant ruined by his competitor, Curley. What? If I give 7 provisions, which we have 21 of, we get Promethean, sure. Emperor's Chains, 7 plasteel for 5 people. Done. Heirs, 3 phlogiston for 3 profit factor, sure. 4 xenotech for 3 profit factor. Done. Mech sages. 7 mechanisms. No. Oh, wait, no, I spent profit factor. I've been reading it backwards. Sure. 5 weapons for 3 xenotech. 3 xenotech for 5 weapons. 7 chemicals. Sure. There we go. Projects. Dang it. More projects. Okay. Wrong one. Okay, we've got... Need more people for this. The reliquary would give me 5 profit factor. Requires a crucible. Give me a piety's charge. Sacred Comet gives 4 okay. 4 security for everybody, which would just put everyone's security to 10. And non-Xenos allies gain 5 to all characteristics and skills. Okay. Crucible and Orbital Shipyard. I can't do an Orbital Shipyard, can I? In the protectorate orbital shipyard. So I just need to do crucible here. Yes. Yes. Where's orbital shipyard? I need 8 people for that. Okay. Okay, so that's actually... I could do that. Jesus. Okay. Foulstone. We're... Holy Defenders. You know the word hits a criminal enemy? 12 deflections. That's 17 deflection. Jesus. Okay. Crucible, Crucible. So all of them need the Crucible, actually. Okay. Profit factor, complacency. False wonders. Hang on. Orbital shipyard, right? Plus 5 profit factor. Hang on. +20% minimum damage to range attacks. Triumph and Fury. Sacraments of Light. 20 will make it that really. Ethereal Visor. Psi rating increased by +1. Wound the wearer 100% wound. They deal 30% additional damage to psychic powers. Archive of the Expanse. Wait. So none of these are mutually exclusive then. This just needs... Alright, first thing first. Orbital shipyard. Go back to Falstone. Oh! Go the other way. Falstone has been transformed right for a world. However, the Crucible of those who created humans. Okay. From the mouth of the relic came several thousand people speaking archaic form of Low Gothic, meant to be given orders. They cultivate the land, build houses, production facilities, and in general have a remarkable range of skills and knowledge. I'm touched. The tech priests who served this crucible came upon birthing vats built into the relic. Nice. Split among the faithful. How dangerous are these touched? They do not appear to pose a threat. Autopsy of specimens has shown they are physiologically identical to ordinary humans. What did my officers and advisors think? They were begotten by the relic of Saint Cognatius, which means their existence pleases the Emperor. Your people must be reminded it is so. Arrange public ceremony. Okay. Why don't you make a mighty force from the touched ones? If they are so obedient and diligent, then they will make fine troops. Assign loyal commander to each squad to keep an eye on them from a threat to the Imperium. Lack of will, registering high probability of manufacturing failure. Then to dispose of a finished batch of units and halt production of new ones. I'll lose in efficiency, gain a wisdom extractor. All allies get +5 armor, +5 critical hit chance. Carry tech secrets extracted. Stupid loud things. Crucible Born Tempest. Touched or recruited enforcers. 52 damage macro cannon. Icons of the touched. Take icons. Enemy critical hit chances and warp damage against a flagship are reduced by 30%. Not bad. That's just a gun. That's just bad. Lose efficiency, but gain... I like efficiency. Sure. Public induction of the touched along with the Dogen service eventually solidified their image in mind of people that have executed the Saint Cognatius of the will. Okay. And with that being said, praising the muses. What is praising the muses? All non-DNS allies gain a +5 bonus to all their characteristics and skills. That will do, frankly. This is just free weapons. Promethium plasteel. It seemed like there should be more. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Shelter. Round. No. Xenovivisectionist. No. Watcher from above. Primitive sword. Whatever. So of these... I guess this is the most useful. Are there any other free ones, basically? Xenotech is at 15. Fang of Perdition. Great Fire. Master of Flame feature. All allies deal plus 10% damage to melt and fling. Yeah. Scriptorium schools. Provisions. I have 64 of those. This will actually be fine. I will lose 2 profit factor, but I have 106. Get 9 people. What's the you have? You have 2, 6, 9, 11, 12, 16, 20. I think you gave up the security. Actually, it's fine. Xenotoxicant for 3. How much Xenotech do I have? Yeah. And I have 27 people now. That's actually fine. How much complacency do they have? A lot. A lot, a lot. Dargonus? What have you got waiting for us? See if some of the best munition supplies. +2 to the plating of all sectors? Oh, for weapons. Okay. Bastion, 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 and Pure Blood. Loyalist Garb. Librarium. Echo of the Victory. Whenever the wearer attacks any target in 5-star radius around them with a ranged weapon. Now, Society of Cartographers. Woebringer. Profit factor -3. 12 Xenotech. 12 Adamantine. Okay, people 6. What are you looking for? Repentance for the Lost. Voice of the Paduvian. Palaces for Outcasts. +10 intelligence, fellowship, and willpower. Okay, that's... Okay. I mean, that's enough. Mechanisms and phlogiston, which is that is I'll go down to 1, and phlogiston I go down to 4. Oh, sure. 6 people for 12 Promethium. Captive Xenos. -5 security, -3 profit factor for 18 people. How much security do you have? So, 3, 6, 10. Actually enough. Navy whips. Jesus. There is so much here. Yeah, this is not the most exciting one. Although 20,000 explored with reputation is fun. 21 weapons are fun. I have kind of forgotten what my ship. So this is broadside macro cannons, 5 shots for 30. 3 shots for 30, 3 shots for 30. So, yeah, that's much better. Good to know. But Faustone requires the attention of one of the servants tasked with Crucible's maintenance has declared publicly that he has been liberated of all worldly concerns. If you know other... Of course we have her. Yeah. Perform miracles. Supported by a congregation garnered for preaching. He asked your lordship permission to depart from Foulstone with the crucible in tow, so that he may continue St. Cognatius' work. It goes without saying that such a generous gift to the current expanse could bring great renown to your lordship, but at a heavy cost. What do you know about this reincarnate? Tybor Hike, a technomat from Footfall. Brother Pure Voice. Became obsessed with day was discovered, never left its maintenance post, never rested, barely ever slept, fasting, living off stimulating condensate from the relic's cooling circuit. I have ample experience with saintly saviors like him in the past. Whatever great cause they proclaim on their mission, they genuinely, naively believe that people really do need them. With the lepers who would trip over themselves to beg our prophet for salvation, he will soon forget all about the crucible and the holy mission. I know few go with professional beggars who would be delighted to offer service. Professional beggars. Are 100-fold times stronger. More than a few occasions he has bestowed epiphany upon the faithful, even those of humblest origin. I myself bear the name of a poor orphan who is granted miraculous powers by saving powers by his grace. Dying one does not release souls that have come to him. The man is either lying, misguided, experienced spinner could help him see the truth or repent the deception. So Heinrichs. Whenever the wearer suffers an attack from a daemon or warp damage, they inflict 8 burning damage to all adjacent enemies. No, not really useful to anyone, really. Shadow of the Undying One. Ooh, special armor. Whenever the word dodge or parry the attack, they get 5 momentum. Weapon skill bonus, parry percentage, agility bonus percentage, dodge against ranged attacks. Consecrated weapons. All void shield weapons except torpedoes do 10% more damage. Argenta, provide a saint with an escort. We will lose 2 efficiency, but we will get 2 profit factor and Emperor's Will, which is yeah, I think that's fine. Having low substantial unrest, but part of the preacher expresses appreciation for having gift. Certain guards. Just hang on real quick. That's, oh my god, oh, everything is so high. I wish I did that before. Yeah, I wish I did that before. Jesus. Yeah. Before talking to Ufar, but like also Jesus. Provisions, people, and weapons. Provisions, getting a lot of people, getting a lot of weapons, we're getting a lot of. Sure, just to have it done. Oh god. This is just so much talk. I'm happy though. Lord Captain orders Xenos punitive the unit, led by Acolyte Lieutenant Zoo, Raven Janus, Inquisition, Force Drove Governor's Palace, intend to. Heinrichs, why are they not arrived there informed the rebel? How much did they sniff out? Tracks of the wretches toward the anomalous region. What do my officers and advisors think? It's more good than trying to hide current misfortune of the colony. I can send them a message to keep us informed of the occasion as a favor. If only we could fill them a bone and let them find the evidence they want, one that we can get by without. The rest could be concealed away from the inquisitive eyes. Let's see. Let the Inquisition do its job. Hexgramic Grace. Sure. Investigation. Lady Zhu was able to establish that the genetic changes in wretches' bodies were caused by mysterious substances secreted into the water by xeno-obelisks. These substances did not contaminate the water until recently, as shown by the analysis of the Magos biologists. Same xeno-obelisks appear to be linked by a chain of energy communications, also serving as sources of unknown radiation that seem to have caused outbreak of contaminated growth in a currently uncontrolled sector of the planet. There may be some sort of ancient mechanical construction on Janus which is awakened from its slumber. Okay. Turning the entire world into a staging point, the rogue trader will save billions of lives. Living at here for the first time in a round, damage dealt is increased by 8%. Pleasure world. I feel like this is kind of useful sometimes. This is just a weapon, and sure, it's a good weapon, but sure. This is just everyone dodges a lot more. Calm down. What is actually going on? The moaning earth, purple glow in the skies, fires crashing, furious storm has covered half the continent. Ruined of a xenostructure complex. The only relative safe areas are those parts of the corrupted sector that have been scarred by our weapons. Deadly spirits have become more material. Now everyone can see that they are not dancing, they are fighting. Fighting and chanting names Halcyon and Kesse. Thankfully, there are much fewer of them than there were before. Gaps have been appeared in a horrifying cataclysm of dance. What do you know about the cataclysm? The leader of the Inquisition squad, Lady Zhu, did not grace us with a full report. We have become witness to an ancient feud between Xenos and in spite of unfamiliar. The conflict is important that we choose our ally and struggle wisely. Some wretch by the name of Ke has come out of the wilderness to meet our people. It is hard to understand him, but he has managed to explain to soldiers how Halcyon and Kesse are fighting. Halcyon is the usual way, and Kesse is in a Halcyon in the usual way, and Kesse in a wrong, corrupted way. It seems that he wants to collaborate with us and is trying to throw. No. And not deceive them from what they can tell, and that the route is clear of anomalies. People have reached the Xenos ruins that once served as either a palace or a gargantuan machine. They have encountered an extremely high concentration of spirits. It appears as if spirits are fighting among themselves, two particularly vivid ghostly figures among them. Ladies blue light, clad in Eldari armor, go for purple flame and clad in Xenos ceremonial raiment. So, chaos. An old dialogue from a time before our fall. Order your warriors to aid the spirit reason in blue. It fights for Lilith's purity against a despicable sorcery. Even an echo of the spirit's voice is enough to understand that its cause is just. They both must be friend. Aid Vater. Turn your warriors and inspire them to fight for the glory at home. Yeah, like especially on Janus of all places, it's not really a choice. This is a place that already has Eldari all over the place helping run the damn thing. Scouts attacked, throwing purple spirits one after another. The blue phantoms recognized the new ally and didn't harm them. Once the battle was over, the dignified spirit, swathed in blue flames, reached out to the scouts' thoughts, granting them visions. The planet, which was inhabited by the Eldari prior to the fall, at some point became one of the many theaters of the war between the sensual excess, the dogma that reigned over the Xenos at that time, and his ascetic self-restraint. Yeah. It's susceptible to depravity in his desire. Ooh! When the wielder deals damage to the target with Lilith's fury, the target becomes blinded to the end of combat. Oh god, that is that is a really good sword. Okay. And that's everything. Yep. Vebos 6. Jesus. Cultists found out have agitated convicts. The cultists themselves not joining the assault. They have scurried into the mines deep into the tunnels that were infected by Xenos corruption not too long ago. The overseer are reporting tremors. Why did they hit that particular area? Unfortunately, we don't know. What are the current situation on the surface? Trapped inside. What do my advisors say? Go through a week of spirit, entice them with promise of salvation. Lacks resolve to fight and will drop the weapons should someone give them a reason to fear. Make them quiver. Lord Captain, your resources and status allow you to make use of one of the most blunt and formidable weapons. Tool of all, mercenaries. Good enough to kill if you make many lose their footing. So I will use one people, get trample cooldown with efficiency. Cabela will summon the spinners, and I'll get the ghost of Vivo 6. All I can +5 dodge and super than hit chance. Ulfar will get me Fiend of Vivo 6. All allies gain 10 coercion. And Abelard will get tempered by the quarries. I think we're going to do Cabela. Just extra dodge and hit chance. Yes, please and thank you. The servants of Bloodfund will launch a series of lightning-fast and fighting attacks, stacking corpses with grimacers. Frightened by the elusive and shadowy assassins, the heretics abandoned their lairs and fled into the distant tunnels, decapitating the rebellion. The leaders of the conspiracy, the cult of the Final Dawn, were confronted in the mines. They had surrounded a strange dark Xeno obelisk, covered in glyphs, trying to awaken it from its slumber. The glyph patterns were similar to those that the mad convicts had drawn before. Okay. By heroically disrupting the cult's plan, the guards caused a malfunction within the terrible machine. Instead of exploding, the obelisk emitted a blithering heat wave, melting itself and turning those around to ash, saving the planet. Cool. I mean, yeah, this is obviously just 10 to every mental stat. Gamma, what have you got? You need Archive of the Expanse. You need Archive of the Expanse. You need Archive of the Expanse. So this is what must be done. Eye of the Omnissiah. Provide the void ship weapons with targeting data. And yeah. Just not enough mechanisms at this point. Oh, dang. Plus 27, but losing 27. Right? 10, 13, 27. 27. Get 9 weapons for 3 promethium and 3 chemicals. I have all the promethium I want. Chemicals? Where are chemicals? Why do I not know it? Chemicals. Sure. Oh, mechanical trade. Vulnerabilities of Xenos versus Memory of the Daring. Fangs of Janus Microorban. 6 of 22. Short. No. This gives a lot of Imperial Navy, which is fine, but also gives us a bunch of mechanisms which we can use for the rest of it. So, Explorators, Sacraments of Light, Ethereal Visor, which is just increased psi rating, which itself is kind of awesome. I don't actually need more of that. 15 speed with average and average. Oh god, more. Terrible proud of the planet and search for a way to wipe out the planet's inhabitants. Victims died in small groups at first, so they dismissed it as simple accidents, poisoning. What kind of accidents are happening here? Mechanical failures, ventilation system failing, maintenance system shutting down. Any ideas, anybody? Cannot see a target, then make it so the target cannot see you. Deceive its senses and seize your advantage. Predator works among people, then it's time to become predator themselves. Your servants can't see it and don't know where its lair lies, but I will tell you how to find it. You need to sparkle the beast's curiosity. Leave something it craves out in the open and mark it so that... Just because this is like a... This is also likely to succeed, but this is guaranteed to succeed, so we'll find some effective disguise and use it against our foe. Colonies warned experiments with several means of disguise, but did eventually succeed in hiding themselves from the eyes of a mysterious foe. Warren, whose unfortunate lot was to keep watch inside an air purifier, spotted a strange shadow right between the working mechanism and led cover. Enemy had grown careless and finally revealed itself. Brave Warden raised the alarm, wounded the creature, and fell in battle. Cornered its den, the monster fought its final battle and was slain. It was a terrifying Xenos metallic skeletal body and a single emerald eye. It's a... Okay, it's a Necron. Ancient Xenomech. Whenever the wearer ends their turn, they deal 21 damage with arm to all adjacent creatures. Jesus. Chairwell continued to dissect the remains of many monsters. Omnisci's servants studied the body of the crypt and Xenos' corpse, hypothesizing that the inhuman belonged to a caste of sages among its kind. It had remained in stasis for ages untold, but had recently been awakened either by the mining efforts or the explosions caused by the Drakari invaders. The fiercer insects, the ones that assailed the colony, were the only tool the Xenos had left. So it chose to lie in wait. But when heretics found dawn, sabotage forces. When the heretics of the final dawn sabotaged the fortress's reactor in their attempts to destroy the planet, the Xenos grew restless and started searching for a way to exterminate the humans. That's everything here. Oh, Earthbreaker. What you got, Darkonis? Society of Cartographers, Librarium, Schola Progenitum, Echo of Victory. Well, this is just necessary. Holy Prophet. Just extra profit factor and extra people. Praising the Muses. Plasteel, which we have 40 of, and Adamantine, which we have 3 of. More profit factor. I don't need complacency or efficiency. Triumph over the expanse feature. The flagship is worth plus 33% to the cooldown of the ultimate abilities at the end of space combat. Red warp routes always become orange. Oh, dang. So, do I want the Librarium, Society of Cartographers, or the Solar Progenitum? The Librarium is the only one that gives profit factor, but I have 173. I don't think we need that much more. Echo of Victory is nice for short range combat. So that'd be short range combat would be Heinrich, who's his range combat's not really the point. Would be Ulfar, who does do a decent amount of it, and Argenta. Loyalist Garb is just Garb. I'm gonna do I think I'm going to do the Casbalica mission. Just because, like, this is a weapon, which, sure. It's 3 Xenotech, which, yeah, I need more of, but, like, for 4 Profactor, who cares? 20,000 Casbalica mission. And an Echo of Victory. Six mechanisms, of which I have 37. 6 Promethium, of which I have way too much. 4 Flodician, Xenotech, Gentleman, 12. Since I can't make a pick, since we're going to educate, we'll the right place to establish a secret librarium. The scholars and arcane will be free to share the knowledge and delve into the forbidden. The bravest captain will unite under the road trader's aegis. Upon being offered invaluable charts and other systems for the patient of void trader, will repay the favor of good one trophies. Yeah, that makes more sense. Thousand-faced relic. 30 dogmatic point and benevolent protection feature. Sure. Then we've got... That's everything. Right? That's all of it. Oh, I need a bit more reputation with the Fellowship of the Void. What? Countdown plans to mine a cult, attempting to force correct adherence to the creed upon populace. Sure. Many of the disgruntled flee to the ruins of the Scipione hive. Sure. The enforcers and agents of the ecclesiarchy have been able to curb the malcontent so far, but their vision grows wider every day. Why are the foremen involved in this as well? Oh, and I can only assume it's the now ruined home. Scipione, they use a more simplistic form of revering the emperor. The preachers there were used to teach the Scipiones of the importance of hard work and labor's collective familial unity, but seldom the importance and order of hierarchy. Is there any reason to believe that these disturbances are inspired by heretics? Okay. The wearer gains a 95% chance to just ignore psychic and navigator power. Jesus. All allies gain 15 Imperium lore, which is not bad. But what do my advisors have to say? We could pass them into the ecclesiarchy's care for your education so that they may see the truth, and it would guarantee the flock's obedience. Shireen, perhaps you should stop allowing the fat cardinals and servants to do what they want with the people? Those who do wish to worship him in their own way must prove the right to do so. The only help that would be proper in a situation is to provide instruction. So 5,000 Drusian experience, and the book that makes people just relatively immune to warp shenanigans. Granted, Psychers and Cassia can't use it. All allies gain plus awareness provided by 10% critical hit chance. I mean, that's a really, really good item. Like, it's such a stupidly good item. Honestly, this is just... Most of this is kind of wasted, I think. Just because... Yeah. I don't need everyone to have plus 15. Relics were not affront to God Emperor were confiscated. Yep. Oh my god. Group known as the Foreman clan is actually a covert for horrendous cult of genetic aberrations. Apparently the unholy sermons speak of the 3 sorrowful phalanges of a finger pointing the way to retribution. We also found the remains of Achilles, Scalander's people. What does this mutant plague that has affected our capital? It's a gene stealer cult. Do those abominations look like they went to my ship? The same brood. The Foreman clan of the cover for this disgusting cult. Indeed, the propaganda recruiting workers. The most despicable of all is that they have perverted our faith. We've really got Emperor in a form of a 4-armed monstrosity. Living in secluded labor settlements at ruined Scipion, they could act with impunity, but at least it prevented them from affecting the hives as severely as they could have done. Oh, this is just a culmination. Clearly, settlements in act with impunity, but at least it could. Yep. The suppression of the minor cult cooks dealt them a harsh blow by bringing the flock back into the fold of obedience. We have reduced the number of potential new recruits. Heinrichs, what are those mutants? Messages of the Great Devourer. My kin can sense the shapeshifters, but you could stay vigilant in Lantok. For a species that's psychically weak with Monkey, their arrival may spell death. What forces do they have at their disposal? We have to act. We annihilate them. We should start from the top. Should we attack decisively and quickly, or should we show our hand by bringing assault vehicles into the capital and gain an advantage in firepower? War, tell the people the heretics are hiding among them. Cleansing should be thorough. Since all of them are linked by a common will, we could start by launching an attack there. If the astropathic choir could drown out the voice of the brood, we'd be able to launch a sudden strike and act quickly enough before the enemy could restore cohesion. I mean, I have a 201. Laura Xenos, not guaranteed to work. Yeah, I have faith in my ability to persuade my people to do stuff. Forces supported by a near-age mob led to fanatically howling priest. Bloody riot. Yeah, but like, turned out the people with max efficiency, complacency, security, and too much persuasion can lead an army. Planetary cycle, filthy shrines, the heretic sanctuary through set ablaze. Tainted phylactery. Wield gains plus 30% critical hit chance against Xenos. Dang it. I think we're done now. Other than... Oh, right. Still need to do that real quick. We did get a lot. So I am hoping... that with all the random stuff that I just got, I can max out that last bit of reputation that I need. But this is going to be marked by a lot of shopping and another inventory call. So I think I'm going to call it there. It has been a little bit. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, even though this has been a lot of talking, just a lot of like catching up on what the Empire has been up to so far. Not the Empire, but the Protectorate has been up to. That said, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. You should be seeing a playlist with the entirety of the Rogue Trader playthrough right about now. But more importantly than anything else, be well.